A very warm good evening to everyone present here for this session of ours today. Hope you had a good day and being a weekday, and thank you so much for making time for this session and attending this. Before we begin, I would like to just share that we are coming up with a lot of webinars with topics which we feel that might help you in your day-to-day personal finance decision making and things like that. We would like to hear from you the reviews on our videos and webinars, and also if you are keen on any specific topic that you would like to you would like us to make webinars on, please drop a message or let us know. Yeah. So today's topic that I have chosen is financial planning for women, where we are discussing about some of the passive income options that women can consider. Right. So let's begin. So what's the agenda for today? So we'll understand what are passive incomes. Why does one need passive income? So, and what are the things, if you want to start considering looking at, generating a passive stream of income, what are the things you should consider before, beginning to dwell upon the areas or topics where you want to consider earning your passive income? What are the best income, passive income options? I'll give, two types here, one with which involves investments and one which doesn't involve monetary investment, but just your time and effort. So we'll take a look at both of them. Of course, there are very few known passive income options that we see around, but today's technology and the generation has given a growth or birth to a lot of other passive income options that we can really look and consider. So I'll be discussing a few ideas how we can utilize this. What we see today may not necessarily mean that we also should end up doing the same thing. There might be some other areas which might apply to us in a better way. So we'll discuss what are those options. And then what is the flip side to passive income? We'll also discuss a few pointers there, just to be aware of the pros and cons, disadvantages and disadvantages both. And lastly, we'll take the Q&A session, right? So what are passive incomes? We all have a regular source of income in our household, right? There's one salary income or something which is a regular source of income on which we are very much dependent on. That is called the active source of income. Now, passive is something which is not active, in the sense that without your much time and effort, or without having a continuous effort, this income is coming to your bank. This money stream does not or requires very less or little effort from your side to earn this income. That is something called as passive income. So, right. So, why do you need passive income? Like, who doesn't want income, right? So we all want to reach a stage where we are leading a life where income is just coming, our regular things are taken care. We don't have to struggle and juggle and hustle to earn that income for the living. So passive income is one such route which will help us, which will enable us to enjoy that kind of a life. So why is passive income why do we need passive income? Is first thing, it reduces financial stress. Of course, if there is some money coming into the household, a little it reduces the financial stress because some of the expenses are taken care, some bills are taken care. There is or some savings is enhanced. It provides a broader spectrum to whatever we are able to do within our limited means. It is an additional means to whatever we are doing, right? So there your financial stress gets reduced with the passive income. It gives a sense of financial freedom, financial independence, right? The person, he or she who is earning another source of income, it gives an edge, of an additional independence, where you're whatever you're doing on a scale of 10, let's say if you're doing 6 or 7, with the passive income, you may be able to do it on a 10 on 10 scale. So it gives a level of financial independence. It allows you the flexibility to work. So once your passive income is growing, and becoming to be like a regular stream, and it is fully taken care without having much to worry about. So there you also get a sense of flexibility, where you might end up thinking that I should just continue considering this passive stream of income, and put more effort and regularize it, so that it takes care of all my things, and I am flexible to whether to work this 9 to 5 job, or should I be putting that much of an effort or not. So it allows you the flexibility to work. So passive income, it starts on a small scale, and then over a period of time you realize what you're good at, what you're bad at, and you make changes, and do something which is helping improve the stream of income, helps to magnify the stream of income, so you get the flexibility to work. Helps pursue passion. Passive income, mostly in most of the cases, is one such stream where we are trying to earn income out of our hobbies, out of our interests, or out of our aspirations, what we really enjoy doing. So that becomes our source of income in some cases, right? So there we are also able to use, pursue our passion, what we like, what we enjoy to do. At the same time, some earnings is also happening. So that's how it helps in pursuing passion. Satisfaction of doing what you enjoy. For example, you may be engaged in a corporate job or something, right? So, but you play guitar very well, or you're good at some sport, or you're good at women. Some women like doing crochet, knitting, and embroidery and things like that. You like doing that, so you start making small videos and posting them on social media, and that becomes a hit, and then that starts becoming viral, and you realize that okay, that's a source of income for me. So there's a sense of satisfaction when you're doing something that you like. At the end of the day, after a stressful day, you feel like spending time doing that, because that becomes like a stress buster kind of a thing for you. So those are some little examples of how it also brings in a level of satisfaction. It helps you pursue your passion. Passionate about dancing, it could be music, playing an instrument, or anything it could be. So it gives you a sense of enjoying what you do. It also, if your thing is helping others in some way. For example, if it's a teaching line, right? So if you're making some content which is helping students, or which is helping people who are in search of such content, so there's a sense of satisfaction that you're able to do social benefit, social welfare also with your videos. So there's a sense of happiness when you realize that you're also helping others simultaneously as you're earning your passive income. So those are the some points which make motivate us to do what we are doing. At the same time, there's income as well. So what are the things you should be considering before you want to look at how to earn passive income? So firstly, you'll have to think about what is the investment required. What is the upfront investment required? Whether it is in terms of money, whether it is in terms of your time and effort, whether it is in terms of investing in some technology gadget, which could be a one-time thing, but yes, that thing is there. So you should understand what is it that you're interested in, and what are the supporting tools and things that you require. Next, are my skills or knowledge helpful to others? What is it I'm trying to do? Is it something that helps others, or is it just entertainment, or what exactly am I trying to do? So you'll have to figure out these things. These things will help you understand how to get started, basically. Then you can think about automating the process of sharing your skills and knowledge on the social media, or whatever stream you're looking at. Right. So again, this goes back to the point where I was saying that it requires passive income is something which requires little or no effort. So if it is automated, things keep happening and taken care at the back end, where you don't have to continuously monitor and get into the the day to day checking this and that of it. So once automation is taken care, so the process begins, and it is smoother and faster as well. So you have to understand what level of automation is required, whether required or not, what kind of passive income that you're looking at. and things like that. So these are some of the main criteria that you should be looking at before finalizing your idea of how to start passive income. Now let's begin with discussing some of the ideas of passive income without monetary investment. When I say without monetary investment, it doesn't mean that it's zero investment. There could be some form of monetary investment, but not a very huge investment. This can be easily done from home, something like that. So these are some of the options. One is the blogging. So if you like, if you are someone who is very knowledgeable and keeps a track of the day-to-day activities in the specific fields or areas, for example, finance, markets, Sensex, this and that, or current affairs or sports, and you want to comment about it or want to share your thoughts about it on a day-to-day basis, then blogging is one such thing where you can be a regular blogger and your blogs will be shared widely, read widely, and people keep coming back to your blogs to see what you have to say, take your opinion, this something like that. So that is blogging. Vlogging is nothing but video logging. Instead of writing it, you speak it out. If you're a person who is not shy of camera, you can also use your videos to express what you feel, what is your opinion, and things like that. Nowadays we see a lot of content on YouTube, whether it is giving a review of any product, or whether giving any tips, household tips, or makeup tips, weight loss tips, and things like that. So video logging or blogging can be any of any topic, right? Then content writing also. So content writing is basically you write an article for any website, or any company who put it on their websites. I had started my personal finance career with content writing itself. I was hired by a company to write contents for their website. So I used to enjoy doing research, writing articles, and bringing topics which are relevant in today's scenario, which will help people in making better financing decisions, like buying or renting a house, for example. I'm just kidding. Whether should I lease a car, or whether should I buy a car on EMI. Um, so various topics I used to write. So that was one thing that interested me, and I took it further step into personal finance and financial planning, and that's how I started. So in video logging, well, there are a lot of examples. If everybody is to social media and YouTube these days, lots of videos are there. So video logging is really really interesting. If you're not a person who is shy of camera, you can really try that option out. There's a person called there's a CA actually. She's called Rachana Ranade. Her recently she's been very famous because her tutorials or videos have become very famous. How she started was she likes teaching a lot. So she used to teach in some colleges and things like that. So once she gave a lecture on equity shares or something for beginners, and it became a super hit, and her students recommended or told her that why don't you put this video on the YouTube, it will help many other students also, because it was so crisp and so nice. And she ended up putting it there, taking the suggestion, and it became viral, and lots of viewership was there, subscription, and that's how she started her channel, YouTube channel. And she shares ideas and small topics she takes. She is basically into finance, so all the finance related topics are there. What is NPS, how to invest, and the simple topics, simple to very complex topics also she simplifies. Like she's very interested in teaching, so she simply simplifies her content a lot. So that is one thing that came to my mind. So how things can change on the passive income side. So then you have options of creating and selling worksheets, PPT templates online. If you Google today, if, for example, if I want to download some worksheet for my kid, so I do that. I get so many math worksheets, science worksheets, this and that. So if you're a person, who is good at preparing worksheets or Excel templates, for example, Excel calculators, PPT templates. You can use some softwares or some tools are also there online, to create this kind of a content and put it out there to sell. So here what happens, this is very, very easy and inexpensive way of doing. You have your system at home. You can try out some calculators, put their planners, for example. There are so many planners. It can be an Excel tracker like expense tracker, or some, some anything that interests you. So worksheets are there. Then PPT templates for professionals. If you are very good at preparing PPTs, like for which type of a presentation, what kind of a image to use, icons to use, and just put it there like a template, and people can use it. There are so many options like SlideShare and things like that. So you can try out something like that. So that is one of the passive income ideas. Um, you can create online course also. So if you are a person who is interested in teaching, and if you're a subject matter expert, you can try out creating a whole course on one subject. uh, right? So you can think of creating a course, like a lot of websites are there today, like Udemy and Coursera, and a few others, where you can see that people have put their courses there. So there are websites which help you make these course videos also. So you can try out a few options there. Creating an app, yes, we all know, if you're a person who is known for coding, who is a technology expert, apps for every other thing, for everything in our day-to-day work, we use apps these days. So that can be one option. Selling pictures, photographs, or printables, right? So if you're a person who takes very good pictures with your mobile phones, right? Just you can pull out some pictures, old pictures, new pictures. You can take pictures. Better, you can just wherever you are, you can take pictures and put it online for sale. There are some um, websites where you can put your pictures or your design ideas, and they can customize it and print it on a product. So the or like for example, a t-shirt or a tote bag, or a water bottle. So you can create your designs and put it out there on such websites, which will use your designs and pay you for the design. But the printing and delivery and shipping charges is all borne by the website itself. There are a few websites like that. So you can think of something like that. Photographs, I have already told. Printables, like like I was saying, worksheets which can be easily printed. Some checklist, holiday checklist or something like that. So those can be some of the options. Now there are some advantages and disadvantages to all of this. Okay, I have I have a few points I'd like to share with you. So all the all these are little easy to easy and inexpensive, but at the same time it may take a little time for you to get noticed, for your content to get noticed, and a regular income may start. So nowadays it has become like quite common that we get almost everything online. But within that, you can find a niche, you can find an area which is uh, which is more creative, which is more appealing, and which can stand out. And your product is easily marketed. So you will have to find it out. You'll have to brainstorm and spend some time there and to create that kind of a different content uh, to sell, right? So, and you may also have to pay a sales fee to the host websites. That little cost also will be there. So you'll have to be aware of all these things. Creating content on YouTube, again, yeah, you'll there's an advantage that your videos will earn as long as they are there. So, but the challenge there is, as time passes, the content also becomes outdated, and you'll have to keep updating your videos and things like that. So that is there. So, but once you are there on it, you will come to know, like what you need to do and how you need to do. So you need to be aware and prepare yourself to upgrade it, upgrade yourself and your content also, right? So all of these, which need social media marketing and social media platforms for your products and for passive income things. You should always remember that this all depends on the number of followers and subscribers. So it may take time to build over some time to build, but once you get good number of subscriptions and your content is really really liked and useful, then there's no looking back. So that is there. So online courses, yes, you will have to study, right? So even if you are a subject matter expert, every day the content, the courses are changing, they're getting more advanced. You'll have to keep reading and updating yourself as well to create and update the content. So these are some things you'll have to take care. So these are some of the passive income ideas which need very little monetary investment, but a lot of your time and effort. Now, passive income ideas with monetary investments, we all know there are so many options of them, which we already, have been using, like rental income, dividends, and FDs, bonds. So it's the same thing. Dividend paying stocks. So if you have, surplus money lying around, so you can, instead of putting it elsewhere, think of it in terms of, building a corpus for you, or generating that passive income for you in the future, which is going to help take care of at least 20-30% of your expense, so that you have the bandwidth to look around and do something differently, right? So for example, in retirement planning, we always say that by 50 years, you should have some form of passive income, so that after 50 years, whether earning or not earning becomes a matter of choice. So we mean all these options, that whenever you, in the time when you're earning, whatever surplus you have, you should put it to better use. Make your money grow and work for you instead of you working for the money. So that's when all these investing ideas come into the picture. If you invest in good quality stocks, which pay really good dividend half yearly or yearly, and you have built such a good corpus where you're at least 30-40%, 50% of the expenses are taken care with those dividends. There's nothing like it, right? So it's so wonderful. So that's one. Similarly, you can have a basket of bonds and FDs also, as a very very safe, where your capital is protected, um, uh, and your interests are coming. Of course it's taxable. Yeah, there's always a flip side, there's always advantage and disadvantage of everything. Well, like stocks, there's high risk of investing in stocks. High risk, high return, that is always there. In bonds and FDs, yes, you face the interest rate risk here. If interests are good, you earn well. If interests are not good, then you learn very little. But yeah, your capital is protected. You're safe that side. Plus, taxation also. Taxation on equities and debt mutual funds are less compared to FDs. FDs, you're taxed at your income tax liability. So there are pros and cons of everything. Just see what works best for you, how you are putting your skills to best use, how you're putting your time to best use, and how you're also putting your money to best use, which is efficient in every way. Create a mutual fund corpus and use SWP. Yes, like I was saying, mutual funds, in your earnings years, you should make sure that you're always setting aside some form of your savings to earn this passive income for you. Mutual fund SIPs is one such route which many of us use, right? We do SIPs for our children's education. We do SIPs to buy a car. We do SIPs to, arrange for the down payment of our house. Anything it could be. So why not one for passive income also, right? So create a corpus of mutual funds which is big enough and good enough, which can take care of, after 10-15 years, which can take care of your withdrawals. SWP is nothing but systematic withdrawal plans. These are very tax efficient ways of taking out corpus. So you can create that corpus and start withdrawing monthly or annually or half yearly as you like it from that corpus, and the rest of the corpus keeps growing as it is. You will be taxed only on the amount that you're withdrawing at that point of time, right? So guaranteed income plans. These are some products which are insurance based but not really insurance. These are called guaranteed income plans. So what happens here is you choose the premium payment term, like 5 years or 7 years or 10 years, 15 years, like that. 10 and 12 years is the maximum actually. So you pay during the premium paying term, then there is 1 or 2 years of cooling period is there. After that, the provider starts giving payouts to you. For example, if you take a 5 lakhs of premium policy, let's say, and you decide to pay for 7 years. You pay for 7 years, and there's a gap of 1 or 2 years. Then sixth year onwards or seventh year onwards, you start getting another 5+ lakhs or around 6 lakhs of payout every year. So that they give, for 20-25 years, whatever tenure you are choosing. So after that, on maturity, you get back your premiums as well. So these are and just like annuity plans, but they are not mentioned as annuity plans. They are guaranteed income plans. So these are tax free. The premiums are deductible under ATC. Then whatever payouts are coming, they are not treated as income. They are completely tax free. Your maturity amount is tax free. Along with that, you also get sum assured as a death benefit. If the policy holder, if there's death of the policy holder, the lump sum is given to the member. So there's risk cover as well, but it is not a pure insurance product. It's a more of a guaranteed income product. So these types of plans are also there if you are a person who who has any surplus and who is looking for investing for passive income. You can consider one such product in your basket. Real estate, yes, rental income. Rental income can be residential property or commercial property. Residential property, there is a lot of maintenance issues. Your time and effort is more there. In commercial properties, it is a less, but yes, your initial investment will be a little more. So you can weigh the pros and cons. What works best for you? Real estate is always there, right? So that is there. REITs are also there. Real estate investment trusts. These are new products which invest in commercial properties, where retail investors need not have to shell out a large chunks of money to get a share in these kind of properties. They can invest as little as 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, and a share of the a capital appreciation and returns are paid back to the investor. So REITs are also there. You can get into a limited liability partnership. So in partnership, what happens in limited liability, you're not fully liable to work as a partner in the partnership form. Your liability is limited to the extent of your capital contribution or your skill contribution. It can be any kind of arrangement where you think how much you can commit yourself. So that option is also there. So these are some of the passive income, options which require monetary investments. So yeah, so that's about it. Now, what are the flip side of passive incomes? Yes, there are advantages, there are disadvantages. What is it? So firstly, it cannot be considered as a completely reliable source of income. Some months are good, some months are bad. For example, rental properties, right? So in rental properties, there are some months where rent doesn't come and you're ending up spending on the maintenance of it. That is from rental income. Similarly, it could be for others also. You're not able to spend time to create videos or create the content, update it or something. Then it becomes outdated. In the meantime, somebody else will post new videos, and those are better. So something of that kind could be there. So you cannot make it as a reliable source of income. As long as it is there, it is there. But otherwise, there has to be one regular source of income, at least until all your goals are taken care. Especially you have, if you have kids whose education is coming up, you should be, very careful that you should ensure that there is regular income. You should ensure there is emergency fund set aside. Their, savings are taken care of all the requirements, and how you're spending your time and effort to create this income. Because family is also important. You have to balance out everything. So you have to really think, how much reliable this source can be. If it is market related investments, for example, dividend paying stocks, they are high risk, right? So you should be careful, how much and think how much you can take risk. What is your risk profile, and understand what are the pros and cons, and then get into something like that. Most of the times it requires huge investments to earn that kind of a passive income where which is taking care of all your needs. Then huge investment is required. Continuously upgrade and updates are required, especially when there are study courses or any course related content related thing. You have to upgrade and update yourself as well. Now, changing market conditions. So changing market conditions means in two ways: the financial market conditions and the target audience market conditions, and likes and preferences of the audience. Those things keep changing over a period of time, and new things start coming. So you have to look at uh, how to adapt, or how to plug in those changes and make it you know sustainable. So these are some of the flip sides of passive income. So that's all we had for today. Passive income, we have seen what are the ones which don't need huge investments. We have seen ones which need huge investments. And we are at the end of the session. So, Right Horizons, I'll just brief about our company. We are a 19-plus-year-old company based out of Bangalore. We operate from 4 cities: Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Chennai, and Bangalore. And we are 2,100 plus crores of AUM we manage till now. So that's about us. So this is broadly some of the services that we provide: financial advisory, wealth management, portfolio management, NRI services, financial education, and corporate advisory. What webinars we are doing and investor awareness programs we are doing comes under the financial education thing. So that's about us. So now we move to the Q&A section. Sanjay, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request everyone, if you have any queries and questions, please type it out in the Q&A section. We'll be, taking it. I think we already one question in the Q&A section. Can you let us know the website where we can sell pictures?
Yes, I have a few names actually. There is sorry, this is related to it has no websites where you can sell pictures or printables. I think there's one or two. Yeah, Printify is one, and I'll let you know. So I've not done much research, but I know quite a few. I'll just check. I'll reply to you on the email. Yeah.
As of now, we were having the one question only. Let us wait for participation.
Yeah, we'll wait for a few minutes. Yeah.
I think during the session, Sifa wants to talk. Can I allow to talk?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Yeah, Sifa, you can talk. I allowed her to talk, but I think she's not.
Shifa, can you unmute and talk? Are you able to unmute? You can put it in the chat box if any issue.
Okay, let me allow Mr. Binay.
My senior, Mrs. Rachna, has also joined the session. So we have an expert here. So we can ask more questions if you want an expert answer.
Yeah, Mr. Binay, I allow ask a question.
Yeah. Mr. Vinay, yeah. Hi, Vinay. There's a question from Archana. So she's asking, do you provide education loan? No, we are not into the credit or loan segment as such, Archana, but we can put you through people whom we know can help you out. What kind of education loan are you looking for?
Ma'am, I think we don't have any question. So can we, the process?
Health coach program. Okay. Rachna ma'am, you want to shed some light? Archana is asking if, health coach program ke liye education loan.
Yeah, actually, hi Archana, for a health coach program and all is not been taken care of because it's a mandate by the bank that it has to be a university. So until unless the health coach program is given as the degree by the university, we can apply for. But how much I know, I have one other question previously. Those are the diploma course, if I'm not wrong. So those are not been taken by the loan people. So normally loans, to just add with thanks, Varsha, most of the time people are taking a education loan because trends are changing. A lot of time people are going for undergraduation to the abroad and then it is there. So I personally wanted to point it out two things. One thing is, if I always believe that undergrad should be in India and master should be there because undergrad is quite high, around 1.5 to 2 crores. But even if you want it, you can take it in a parent's name and claim the tax benefit under ATD. So that's a good point we can try and think about in case if you're taking it, keep it in your name and you can claim. Otherwise, if you're taking in a kid's name, kids has to pay when he started working or the whatever education plus 1 year, and then he can claim the interest.
Yeah. Okay. Any suggestions for starting content writing as a freelancer? Yes, of course, that's a very good way to start. If you're good at writing and if you enjoy writing creative content and you're a subject matter expert, you can start on a freelance basis.
Yeah, there are so many places where we can enroll yourself as a freelancer. But the better way to do it is first you start your blog in that your subject matter expert, what you are. By the time you get follower, then it is automatically comes. But yes, there are so many places where freelancer is. So I'll give you my Right to Rise an example itself. If somebody comes, so we always ask them, why don't you send your blog or your writing or your any newsletter? So that will be like a understanding and that how good you have a subject matter expert in writing a content, because most of the time I was meeting people just say that okay, I don't we need to be know one sector, I will just read it and write it. Sometimes until unless you have a good knowledge on that subject, it's very difficult to come a deeper kind of content, because nowadays people I can say focus time is not coming so high, so people are looking as a infographic with a very crisp writing, maybe not more than 100 words kind of it. So that's a way, if you wanted to write and explain your thoughts within 100 things, you should have a good knowledge on that. But happy to connect with the many people. We have been associated with freelancers a lot of places, so that may be the good thing.
Okay. So there's one more question by Kasar. Do you know any institute or organization who help in setting up a farm? So
Coincidentally, we have 2-3 people who do it, but they takes setting up the farms minimum of 50 acres. So for a smaller farm, I'm not sure of, but I'll be able to connect you, because there are so many VCs and angels are coming where they will able to help it if it is an organic based.
okay. Does that answer your question, Mr. Kasar? Great. Yeah. You can get in touch with us if you need more details or, if the conditions apply. We'll be happy to help. There's a question from Sampath Kumar. He's working as an insurance advisor. He's asking for more ideas or tips about insurance savings plans.
So the best plan I can think of, I don't know which place, because most of us are not going to get a pension. So pension should be the one of the places where you can think of the good ideas, where your tax-free income is coming for a 25 to 30 years or maybe till lifelong. But it should be a tax-free. So I'm assuming you may have a few products where you are being an agent or an advisor. where you can easily give that, it's called a money back kind of it, but it comes as an annuity. That is the best part of it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have
Yeah, I think-
covered all the questions, right, Sanjay?
Yes, ma'am, I think we're done with the questions.
It was lovely interacting with all of you. Thank you so much for your time. Please get in touch with us for any personalized queries you have. You can always write to us.
Have a wonderful compliment for the seasons. Have a wonderful year and new year also.
Yes.
Thank you.
Greetings from all of us at Right Horizons. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.